Hi, I'm Red Snapper.
And I'm Mr. Snapper.
And welcome back to Project Nutmeg. We talk a lot about Nutmeg's training and performance life, but a big part of her success and growth comes from her home life. Her pack, her people, and now her puppy sister.
That's right. We've expanded the pack.
It's been almost a year since we lost Coca, and back then we weren't ready for a puppy. We were lucky enough to find Chowder when the time was right, and now meet the newest member of our family, Pepper.
Keeping the culinary theme.
Keeping the culinary theme.
Not on purpose. So look at this little curl of fluff. She's got soulful eyes, grinchy paws like Chowder, and a very big heart.
When I saw her picture, I was instantly smitten. And shockingly, Mr. Snapper said yes without blinking.
Yeah, that never happens. Seriously, I didn't need much convincing. I mean, she's adorable. I mean, I did technically say yes. So I guess you could say Mr. Snapper picked a peck of perfect little pepper.
And she has lived up to her name in the month she's been with us.
Yep, she's spicy.
So spicy. Chowder loves other dogs, so we weren't worried about him. The wild card was Nutmeg. She's very bonded to me, and she can get a little spicy.
Another spicy dog.
Yeah.
But we had a meet and greet, and at the meet and greet, Nutmeg was over the moon. So much tail wagging. Both dogs were very interested in Pepper, and we felt good about it, as did Pepper's foster.
And after she left with her foster, both Nutmeg and Chowder were looking for her. It was clear they wanted more than just a one-time play date.
So an important part of the dog adoption experience is the meet and greet. Particularly if you have dogs at home, but also if you have kids, for other family members to meet the dog. Because when you're looking at an adoption site, adoption group's Facebook page, it's sort of an abstract idea of the dog.
Yes.
But actually seeing the dog in person, meeting the dog, seeing how your dogs or even your kids interact with the dog is an important step.
It is. It's great to want to adopt instead of shop for a dog. And there are so many dogs who are breeder surrenders that were bred to be purchased and aren't. And they wind up with these adoption groups. So every dog has its own personality, its own quirks, its own trauma, just like a person. So the meet and greet is, I agree, imperative for everyone in the household, the pets, the people, large and small, because then you know how the personalities match and see if everybody gets along well.
At least you'll get an idea of it.
Yes.
As we know, it takes time for a new dog to warm up. There's the 3-day, 3-week, 3-month thing. So you have to take it with a little bit of grain of salt. Tiny Pepper was very nervous and very shy when we first met her. Now she'll strut around like she owns the place. It's been, what has it been at this point?
It's been about a month.
It's been about a month since we brought her in. So her personality is really coming through. So you do have to kind of be observant and you have to think with what you're seeing with the interactions. But really you're looking for, not for like an immediate personality clash, I guess.
Right. And you remember Coca was afraid of dudes with beards who wore hats.
Yeah.
And she developed to really love one of the workers at Dogtopia who had a beard.
Who had a beard, and yeah.
And he was a bigger guy. A manly man.
Manly man.
And she loved him, but it took time.
It took time. It takes time, but the meet and greet is a very important thing. It's worth keeping in mind when you're adopting that often will be a part of the process. For Chowder, we went to the foster's house to meet Chowder for the meet and greet. And for Pepper, the foster came to us. So it can vary depending on, I guess, schedules and what's more convenient for everyone involved.
Yeah.
And so something to keep in mind if you're adopting is the meet and greet. Very important. And, if things don't go well, it doesn't mean that you failed. It doesn't mean that the dog failed. It just means that it wasn't a love connection.
It's like dating.
Yeah. In a way, very much like dating. So no harm, no foul. It's better to meet the dog and see, okay, I don't think this is going to work, than to bring the dog home, start to integrate it into your pack, and then say, oh, we have to return the dog. This is not going to work. We have to return the dog.
Yeah.
It's better to be realistic about it and have that meet and greet and really get the dog in your space or get the dog around your dogs and make sure that everything is, at least as far as first impressions go, everything is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody feels good about the whole experience. And when you apply for a dog, if you don't get the dog, it's not necessarily you. It's the environment that dog needs. He obviously needed this environment. And as a puppy, she's a bit more malleable.
Well, her fur certainly is.
She can grow to learn things about our family, and she can get used to living with such big personalities all around. Yeah. She's got her own big personality when she's in her comfort zone, which is not in front of the camera.
No.
But
I think she's falling asleep.
Well, that's a good sign. But it is important to keep in mind what is best for the dog, because rescues don't want the dogs back. If they have to, they'll take them back, but they don't want them back. They want the dog to go home forever and get spoiled.
Because there's no shortage of strays and rescues and breeder surrenders that need homes.
Yes. And owner surrenders and we're accidental puppies.
The rescue groups are really hoping that the placement is forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forever.
Forever.
After she left with her foster, both Nutmeg and Chowder were looking for her. It was clear they wanted more than just a one-time play date.
They play chase, they wrestle, and then they all crash out for a nap in the sun. Pepper fits right in.
Now, is she a performer? Maybe not yet. She's nervous around the agility gear and doesn't love the camera.
But the camera loves her.
Doesn't it?
But not every dog has to be center stage. She's sweet, she's snuggly, and she is a solid companion for Chowder while Nutmeg is off doing her athlete thing.
We'll keep you updated on her progress. We've sent in her DNA, so we'll find out what breeds are wrapped up in that fluffy little burrito. And who knows? Maybe once she feels a little more confident, she'll surprise us.
So stay tuned for more Project Nutmeg, now starring Nutmeg, Chowder, and Pepper.
Because behind every showgirl is a loving pack. And we've got one heck of a trio here.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and boop that bell for notifications. And
you'll see us next time.
bye.
Bye.